Hey guys, good day. So, congratulations on completing your second year of medical studies and about to start your third year. I know the journey wasn't easy, but you've made it thus far and I commend you on getting here. Now, to answer your questions about your off-site rotations, now, transportation. To answer how transportation was arranged daily, I'll need to explain just a little bit about how, which hospitals were allowed to, what happened really in third year. Now, for third year, second semester, there are 4 hospitals, excluding the university hospital, which we're allowed to go to. These were your Spanish Town Hospital, the Bustamante Hospital, Kingston Public Hospital, as well as Cornwall Regional Hospital. Now, Spanish Town Hospital and the Bustamante Hospital, you're allowed to go to for your PEDS rotation, which is a part of your aspects of family medicine rotation. Transportation for these 2 hospitals were arranged daily in the morning, usually around 7 a.m., sometimes maybe 6:30, depending, from the amphitheater at UWI or at the health center or the Department of Community Health and Psychiatry. For the Kingston Public Hospital, transportation was arranged in a similar fashion, usually at the health center or at the Department of Community Health or Psychiatry. For Cornwall Regional Hospital, because you stay there for 4 weeks of your rotation, transportation is arranged not daily, but every 4 weeks at the amphitheater, usually on a Saturday afternoon. The bus comes down, picks you up, and takes you up to the accommodation, which is the Buccaneers Hotel in Montego Bay. Now, for each of these transportation, the bus, as I said, it comes usually on time, and you should ensure that you're not late for these times, because if you're even a minute late, usually the bus allows you 5 minutes grace period, and if you're even a second over this time, the bus will go left you. Now, the accommodation that I can comment on is the Buccaneers Hotel, because that was the only one that I stayed at during my third year. There are other accommodations, but these are only utilized in our 4th year of study. Now, the Buccaneers Hotel, it's the home for the Western Jamaica campus students, and we stay there for our rotations whenever we go to Coronal Regional Hospital or Falmouth Hospital in 4th year. Now, each floor, you have a male floor and a female floor. I think there are at least 4 floors there, 2 of which are female floors and the other are male floor, if I'm not mistaken. You share a room with usually a roommate. Sometimes you get to have the room to yourself, depending on the number of students staying on the hall at the time. There are 2 study rooms. One is a computer room and half of it is a study area, and the other, there's a big large study room with several tables and chairs, usually very quiet. Each floor at the Buccaneers Hotel has like a couple refrigerator and a single microwave, and the kitchen, there's a big shared kitchen. There's only one kitchen. There are not several kitchens or per floor, like, you're accommodated or used to it at UWI. There's one big kitchen, several stoves, and several refrigerators on that single floor. The bathroom, each room has its own bathroom, but I think on the ground floor there are also bathrooms for visitors. At the Buccaneers Hotel, you're allowed to have visitors up to 3 a.m. So similar to the rules that you have at the UWI or on UWI campus. But of course, outside of this time, your guests will have to sign out and find their way home, or whatever the arrangements are. Persons are not allowed to sleep over, and if they do sleep over, there's a fine attracted to this. So the rules are very similar to what happens at UWI. The arrangements, I shared at the time with a roommate, a person in 4th year. Only stayed for 2 weeks. At the end, the remainder of the time for my 4 weeks in Cornwall, I had the room to myself for 2 weeks, all to myself. Yeah, so that's it for the accommodation as well as what the arrangements like. Oh, there's also a restaurant right outside. The food is relatively good and also reasonable. So specifically for transportation from the Buccaneer Hotel to the Coronal Regional Hospital, a schedule is provided. As soon as you get to the Buccaneers Hotel, a schedule is given to you with timing at what time the bus comes and what time the bus leaves, what time it picks you up from Coronal Regional Hospital and what time it takes you back home. Now, you must adhere to this schedule. If you don't, unfortunately, the bus will leave you and you have to find alternative means of getting home. Additionally, a big plus for the Buccaneers Hotel is the scenery that it provides. For me personally, you have the beaches right across from you, a pool at the back, which at the time was not in use, and then the airport is 5 minutes away from you. Literally, you could stay in your room, look out from the window and look at the planes come and go. You see them land and you see them take off. That was a big plus for me. But additionally, the beach is right across from you, open 24 hours. You can go over there whatever time you please and enjoy whatever is there. There are several things along the stretch. It's called Dead End Stretch or something of the sort. There are several restaurants, other hotels along the stretch, and stuff you could find interesting. And yeah, so that was basically it in a nutshell for me for my accommodation in the Buccaneers Hotel. And I wish you guys all the best for your third year, and hopefully you guys get to experience the clinics like we did in spite of everything that's happening. So take care.